Let's pause right there. This is, if you can't tell, my Apetamin 1 month review, okay? And if you've watched the other videos, then you know that I do love it. I do. For me personally, my experience, I love it. Side effects, again, you can watch the other videos. The side effects are pretty much what happened for me within the first day or two of taking it. After that, it's kind of smooth sailing. You can even see the Apetamin bottles in the back, okay? It's not a game. And I don't know, if you even look at my like Despacito video, my face is much smaller in that video. And I was like, wow, I was really small. When you look at the Want a Better Butt review by YMI Jeans, my face and my body were much smaller than what they are now. I'm telling you, this is not a game. Okay, so I literally, before recording this video today, just finished my my fourth bottle. So I have one bottle left. I have the fifth. And I'm trying to figure out, do I order more? Do I just do the Maca route, which I was also on before, which does work, but just not as fast, I would say, as the Apetamin does. And my reservation with that as well is I do laser hair removal. I haven't in a very long time because I never know my schedule. I don't have a 9 to 5. And so with that, you cannot take any tablets or vitamins, anything, any pills or anything like that 7 days before going to get the treatment. 7 days before, you just want to be off of any supplements. But I think you can take them in liquid form, which is why I chose the liquid form of Apetamin. They didn't say anything about that, but I chose that over taking the pills. Like I said, I've had very, very, very good results. You guys are going to kill me because I have not yet weighed myself, but I know that I have gained weight. And someone said to me, Yannick, recently, I can't tell that you've gained anything. You look the same to me, which I like because that means that I still look small. Like I said, I'm not trying to be thick, but I want to be slim thick. For those watching, a lot of people are like, what is the big deal? Is she really this serious about it? What message are you trying to send to other people about, you know, loving yourself and blah, 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 blah. But the thing for me is I've always been, for me personally, always been very self-conscious about my weight, and I was teased for it all through, even up to adulthood. So yes, for me, it's, how can I explain it? How, I guess, an anorexic or a bulimic would look at themselves in the mirror and think, oh my goodness, I'm so fat. For me, I knew that I was small. And it was that extreme where I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I'm so small. Like, I don't like this. And I think coupled with the fact that I was teased for it, that really, really had an effect on me and has had an effect on me. To the point where in adulthood, if someone were to say to me, which they always, not so much now, but before, oh my gosh, you're so small, you're so skinny, do you eat? What do you eat? You know, do you work out or blah, blah, blah. Sometimes people said good things, yes, but for the most part, I felt like it came from a negative place. And people were like, oh, well, you know, they're jealous, but I don't think everyone was jealous. I think there were some that just thought, oh my goodness, she's so, so small. And that is not cute because people would say it to me that way. I remember somebody said to me, you're so, so small, because I lose weight very easily. So let me, public service announcement, when I'm small, I've always been. When you see me smaller, it is not because I was trying to lose weight. That has never been an issue for me. So don't come up to me and say, oh my goodness, you're so, so small. What happened? What did you... I wasn't trying to lose. I would never go up to someone overweight and say, oh my goodness, what happened? You've gained so much weight. What's wrong? That's just rude. But I guess people don't think about it when people are small. So don't do it. DDI, do not do it. PSA. So as I was saying, I've always been very self-conscious about it, to the point where if anybody said anything like, oh, you're so, so skinny, or oh my gosh, what's wrong, or I would burst into tears. And that's embarrassing because you don't want to start crying. You don't want to look weak. You also don't want people to know your weaknesses. You know what I mean? So I would try to stop myself from crying, but then once I start crying, it's over with. I'm a very emotional person, by the way. I really am. So even in adulthood, I took it to heart. You know what I mean? I really did. And it has even affected relationships, where clearly I've only had 2 boyfriends in my life. People that I talk to here and there along the way. Anyway, I've had 2 serious boyfriends, and they liked me for who I was and for the size I was, and never ever made me feel less than. Always complimented me. They never said, oh, you need to be bigger or smaller. But people that I dated, you know, casually, whatever, along the way, well, I don't want to say casually, but you know what I mean. People that I've found an interest in along the way were like, you are beautiful, but only if you were bigger. That's not something that I want to hear. You know what I mean? Or I remember, you know, I went out with a young man, and oh, he might watch this video, but anyway, I don't care. This is how I felt. It is what it is. We went hiking, and he goes, your legs are so skinny. It really crushed me. Like, it really made me so upset because I'm very self-conscious about it, and I don't think that he was trying to be really malicious. Of course, he was with me because he thought I was a great girl, personality-wise. We had great conversation, whatever. But that affected me. That affected me. For that week, that's all that I could think about. And I know people are like, okay, that's crazy, but that's how I felt. I'm really being real with y'all right now. I just feel that I should be. So yeah, that affected me. And he said, your legs are so skinny, and that's all that I could think of. Because you don't want somebody to think that. You want somebody to be like, man, she is bad, like, whatever. Which he did later say, but I just don't understand how he could even think, why would you say something like that? Like, hello, you're trying to gain my approval. You're trying to do, I don't know, you're trying to get to know me. Most men are after, listen, that's a whole nother conversation. Whatever it is that you are kicking yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot by telling me that my legs are too skinny. At any rate, if someone were to come up to me now and say, oh my gosh, Yannick, you're so skinny, I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't laugh, because I literally am now happy with where I am, to be honest with you. But I'm trying to figure out, should I buy more bottles or what? Because I now want to maintain this. I don't want to lose it. And, you know, people have said, oh, well, just up your calories or blah, 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 blah. Listen to me. I have been me all my life. I tried upping my calories without the Apetamin, and it didn't quite work. It works for a time, and as soon as I fall off, then that's what it is. But the Apetamin, you don't have a chance to fall off, because all day you are hungry. Again, this is for my slim people. All day you are hungry, and as you are hungry, then you eat. And aside from eating all that food, the Apetamin in itself causes you to gain weight. It slows down your metabolism. Why do I always stumble on that word? Metabolism. And because I have a very fast or high one, this works for me. Now, I've watched many a review on this because, again, I was that serious about it. I bought 5 bottles off rip. Again, I was that serious about it. And for me, I think that it has gone to the places that I wanted it to go. With that being said, though, that's why I had to stop the song. He said, waistline small, what you eat for breakfast? Listen, my waistline, I have a 25-inch waist. It's slowly losing its way on this Apetamin. It's slowly losing its way. So I say to you all, proceed with caution. Proceed with caution.